Oh, yes, true love. You know, the kind of love that not just touches your heart, but goes through and captures your soul. The kind of love that stays with you throughout your life. Yeah, the kind of love that's so raw and real that no matter where you are in life, through other relationships, through your career, through marriage, even through having children, that love is always with you. Hi, I'm Tammy Lee. I was 14 when I experienced my first true love. I'm 50 now, and those memories, that connection of heart and soul is still with me today. Yes, that true love. You know what I'm talking about if you've ever experienced it. In that magical summer of 1976, I had been suicidal. My parents were newly divorced. I'd been molested as a young child, more than once. I grew up never feeling loved. I know that my parents did the best they could. But as a young girl, you just don't understand that. As a young child. I used to pray to God and ask Him, why? Why was I born? Why didn't my parents love me? Never understood the despair and the loneliness I felt. The sadness. I never understood that. When I was 14, I wanted that all to end. I'd planned my suicide. And then, this magical moment when Stan appeared in my life. However, it was a forbidden love. Because you see, I was 14. And he was 22. Our souls knew it was right. But no one else did. No one could understand that. Especially a parent. I'd sneak around to see him. I had to. We had so much fun, and it was just so fun. For the first time in my life, I felt like I mattered. I felt like I was loved. I felt so alive, so acknowledged and accepted, nurtured. I mattered to somebody. It was magical. And this one special night, in July of 76, our souls had connected to such a depth, we knew we were meant to be together. So much so that we had committed to each other. Stan said he'd wait for me. I told him I'd wait for him, meaning I was still a virgin, and I was determined to save myself for him. He was the one. I was his one. We both knew it. With that determination and that commitment towards each other. He was taking me home. And the one thing we did not expect, my dad was waiting up. Standing on the sidewalk as Stan pulled up to my house. Walking up to Stan's side of the car, my dad looked right into his eyes and said, if I ever catch you with my 14-year-old daughter again, I will throw the book at you. Like that. He was around to the other side of the car. Before I could even get the door open, he had already grabbed my hair and yanked me out of the car, calling me a slut and a whore, kicking me in my ass with his pointed cowboy boots. Across the street, up the driveway, down the sidewalk, up into this house. And I'm screaming the whole time, begging him to stop. Dad, stop. Screaming, begging. And he's repeating over and over, you slut, you whore, you slut, you whore, the whole time kicking me in the ass. Gets in the house and tells me to get out of his sight. I broke. Something in me broke that night. I didn't understand it. I never saw Stan again. I never saw him again. I was devastated. How do you survive something like that? About a month later, I got into a situation and I ended up being raped. Yeah. And the whole time of that act, all I heard going around in my head, you slut, you whore. I thought I deserved that rape. I'd lived with that for over 30 years before I told my sister, because it was her boyfriend that raped me. I'm here to tell you that no matter what you've ever done or said, no matter whatever has been said to you, you deserve to be loved. You deserve to be cherished. You're precious. Don't let anybody tell you different. About 18 years later, Stan showed back up in my life. Through the craziest ways, a garage sale of all things. I wanted so much to tell him he saved my life at 14. And I didn't know if it was the right time. See, he's married, I'm married, he's got children, I got children, we both have families. I don't know what to do or how to say it. I'm thinking, what will my husband say? What will his wife say? What will other people say? Here a married woman, married man are talking. I allowed that to keep me from telling him. A few weeks later, I'm at a stop sign, getting ready to go get my kids from school. Who drives up on a motorcycle right beside me, just like in the movies? You're right, it was Stan. We look at each other in awe. We say hi, his smile is just still so gorgeous and precious and full of love. I was so stunned, I didn't even think about telling him at that moment. But then I knew as I drove away, I have to tell him. I have to find a way to tell him that he saved my life when I was 14. Before I got a chance to do that, Stan died. I'm here to tell you, don't wait. Don't wait to tell somebody they mean something to you. Don't wait to tell somebody they're loved. Don't wait to tell somebody that they matter. Don't wait. Don't wait.